So, hi all, good morning, and
Morning.
welcome to this SQL training course. And, fine. So you can see this. These are the agenda, the topics. I will request you all to be on mute if you're not speaking. Please respect the privacy and timeliness of other participants as well. Okay, so these are the agenda. Okay, which we will be covering down the line in our course. And this covers almost all the topics which are needed for data engineering or data analyst or business analyst or retail tester job profile. Okay, so how it goes is this total course duration is 1.5 months. Although I have mentioned all those things yesterday, but there are a few new participants today. 1.5 months, that is 6 weeks, and I'll be sharing recording on a daily basis. That's why we have requested you to share your Gmail ID. And your Gmail ID must be the one through which you are logging into your YouTube. So we will be uploading the recordings on YouTube in private mode. We will give access only to those Gmail IDs only. Okay. And we will be sharing recording assignments, notes on a daily basis. You don't have to write anything during the class. We will share the notes with you. So that's why then you can, if you're interested in making notes, you can prepare the notes that's going to follow. Okay. I think I have covered. Any question do you have before we start the session? And this is totally scratch, no prerequisite needed, nothing. Even if you don't know anything ABC of SQL, that's fine. Any questions? Oh, okay. Fine. And this is the platform I have mentioned yesterday. So I will explain you today as well. So how to practice? The very simple one which I will suggest you is Oracle Live SQL. Just type this on Google. Okay. And it will ask you to create an account. Very simple step. Just
Can you zoom
give.
the screen, Tanvir? So that's very many. Or else, can you increase the font?
How's it now? Is it better? Is it
Somewhat
better
better.
still?
Yes, Tanvir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to just type this Oracle Live SQL on Google. Okay, and it will ask for you to create an account. You just have to give your name, your email ID. Very simple. Okay, and it will ask for a password. The password which you will give need not to be your Gmail password. You can give any password. Okay, and then it will send a confirmation link on your Gmail ID. Once you will confirm it, once you will accept it, then your account will be created, and then you can start practicing this platform. So those who are freshers, beginners, non-technical, I will not suggest you to go and download Microsoft SQL Server or Postgres or other thing. First of all, practice on this platform what I suggested. But if you are interested that no, I want to practice on MySQL or Microsoft SQL Server, we'll let you know all those things as well. But if you're working in the official laptop, maybe they will not allow you to download those stuff. So that is why we recommend to work on this. Even if in your official laptop, during your office hours, as well if you have time, you can practice on this platform. This is online editor. Okay, hope it is clear. Any queries so far? And I want the session to be interactive. You are free to ask any question. Okay, make the session interactive. The more session is interactive, the more I'll be able to deliver new concepts. If I will see the session is not interactive, even I will feel. Oh, that's good. Background noise. I don't want to shout out the name from this background noise. Sandeep, shall we please go on mute? See, this is very irritating, and I think not for me, but for everyone, right? If you are on call, current meeting, if you have anything urgent, please go on mute and then sort out your whatever task you have. Okay. So, and this course will go for 1.5 months. So this basic etiquettes, the hygiene activities we have to follow. And I will agree, you all will agree with me, right? Okay. So this is all about.
Hi, Tanvi. I have a
Hi,
question.
Kavita.
Yeah. Actually, I'm logged into this Oracle Live, but I'm not getting the screen. But you have shown to write the query.
This is great. You
Yeah,
connect with me
yes, right.
after class, Kavita. I will help you in that. Okay. Or anyone, if you're getting stuck somewhere, share me the screenshot where you're getting stuck. I will help you in that. Okay. Is that fine? Okay. Okay. So let's start now. Okay. So SQL, I have explained yesterday as well that why SQL, why in IT industry SQL is very much required, and I think you all know that if you go for any job profile, front end, back end, or any other analyst testing, everyone needs this SQL expertise, right? You all know. So SQL is like a bread and butter these days. Okay, earlier it was like who are working in web development or the front end application, they don't have to learn SQL. Those who are in the back end, those who are working in the database, they only have to learn SQL. But nowadays, everyone, take any job profile, even the higher management, okay, they are learning SQL. Okay, why? Because nowadays you're living in a data age. Okay, you have a lot of data. Even you see YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, your CCTV camera, and satellite images. So a lot of sources are there who are generating data. So now you have to process this data, right? So how to process this data, how to store this data, how to get meaningful information from this data. So SQL will help you in that. Okay, so that's why SQL is very much required and it is very important these days in IT industry. Okay, so that's why we suggest if you don't know, very new to this IT industry, don't get confused. First of all, learn SQL, then go with Python. These two combination, if you're very strong in this two combination, for sure you'll have a lot of opportunities in IT industry. Okay, and then if you have bandwidth, try to learn advanced Excel and then any Power BI or any other reporting tool. So this combo pack, if you have, so you'll be having a lot of opportunities. Okay. Now let's start the session. So I know yesterday I have discussed how to create table and all those things, but I will cover those stuff again. And please ask question. I'm repeating multiple times. If you have any, don't feel shy in that. Okay. Okay, suppose if you're working in a particular HR database or your office database, so you'll be having data something like this. And I think you all have seen, you have employee ID, have name, salary, department. Let me take only this four. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, Akash, Abdul, some dummy values I'm taking 100, 130. Department is track, chart, cells. Okay. So you all might have seen somewhere the data is stored in this fashion, right? Okay. So the first task for any database or any other like data handling activities, the first task is to store data, right? You should know how to store the data. So to how to store the data here, you have to create a table. You see, I have created a table here. Okay, so this is known as a table. Okay, and the table name is employee. So here I've created a table which is employee, and these are the data. So in our case, when we want to stay somewhere, we need a house, right? Or rented house, or our own house, or flat, or PG, any other thing. So for us to stay, we need a house. For data to store, we need a table. Hope that is clear. The table is something where you can store data. In a very layman term, I'm talking. Okay. The table is what? A table is something where you can store your data. So here the table name is employee. So what is the table name? Right. In this table name, employee, yeah. In this table name, these all are known as columns. Okay, these are our columns. If I will ask you what are the columns in this table, so employee ID, name, salary, department. Okay, these are the columns of this table. So in this table, how many columns we have?
4.
4 columns, right? Okay. I will request those who have joined through 2 devices. I can see Danish, you have joined through 2 devices, and many other who have joined through 2 devices. I will request you to please log out from 1 device, and then I think Kailash, I'm not sure. So those who have joined through 2 devices, please try to log in through 1 device only. Okay. Okay. So here, how many columns we have, guys? How many columns do we have?
4.
4 columns. Employee ID is 1 column, and name is another column, salary is another column, and department is another column. So here we have 4 columns. Okay. Okay, don't send your response in the chat. Okay, please. Okay, we have 4 columns. Okay. Now coming to records, this is known as one record. 1 Akash 100 Tech. This is one record. 2 Abdul 130 cells. This is another record. This is another record. This is another record, and this is another record. These all are also known as record or rows. So if I will ask you in this employee table, how many records you have? So what will be the answer?
5.
5.
So here we have 5 records or 5 rows. So this is the first thing. So first of all, in any database project, what you have to do is you have to create a table. So why we need table? So that we can store data. Okay, that's the first thing. I will show you how to create table and all these things. Table is equivalent to our house, right? In table we can store data. These all are the columns. Employee ID is 1 column, name is another column, salary is another column, department is another column. And then we have 5 records in this table. Okay, hope this is clear. Now I will show you how to create this table in the database, because there I have created that on Excel. Okay. So first of all, when you want to create a table, 1 minute, guys. I don't want this to. Please ignore whatever I'm writing now. Just want to keep it occupied. This is live. So the first thing when you want to create a table is write create table employee. Okay. So create why I have written. This is like a code word. Okay. All this is also known as reserved keyword. What this is known as? Reserved keyword. Reserved keyword. I will tell you why it is reserved keyword and all this stuff. So create is a reserved keyword. When you will write create, you see any programming language. You take SQL, you take Python. SQL is not a programming language, that's a query language. But any computer language, SQL, Python, Unix, C, Java, any other. What is the purpose? The purpose is to interact with computer, right? We will give them some instruction and they will act accordingly. Correct? That is the purpose of any programming language or query language, right? So the purpose of SQL is again same. You are trying to understand the language of computer, so that after that. Sorry, Mohan.
Can you make it zoom so that it will be visible?
How is it now?
Yeah, one more zoom is required, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
No problem. So, okay, so pick up if font size if any the problem is there. Okay. I don't prefer looking into the chats. I deviate from the topic. Okay. You please speak up. Anyone, if you have any concern, speak up. Okay. So the reserved keywords are like what I was telling. Yeah, programming language. I'm telling any programming language, whatever you are learning, the purpose is to to interact with the computer so that you will give them some instruction and they will act accordingly, right? That is the purpose of any programming language. So here create is a reserved keyword. Reserved keyword means using create, you are telling to SQL engine that SQL, I want to create something. Okay, so that is why it is known as reserved keyword or code word. Okay, so here the SQL will understand that, oh, user is asking me to create something. Okay, then I have written table. So user SQL engine will understand that, oh, user or Tanveer wants to create a table. Then it will ask that, okay, what's the name of table which you want to create? So I want to create a table with the name employee. Okay, so far it is clear. In line number 1, I want to create a table with the name employee. Fine. Now in this table, yeah, question.
No.
Okay, no problem. Now in this Excel sheet, now in this table, I have this columns: employee ID, name, salary, department, right? Okay, right here. These are the columns. Columns are nothing like a room in our house. We have kitchen, we have dining hall, we have bedroom, and all those things. It is like that only. So in this employee table, I want this column: employee ID, name, salary, department. And please ignore that why it is pink color and all other color. Please ignore that for the time. I'll explain you at time. Okay. So is this clear? So this syntax is to create a table so that you can store data, and these all are the columns. Now, when you are giving the column name, so after that you have to mention that data type as well, like employee ID. Employee ID, if I will show you here, what is the value we have stored? It all are in numbers or integers, right? So whenever in a column you want to store something number or integer, so after that you have to write int. We will discuss later point of time that why we have to write int and all this stuff. I will tell you the reason later point of time. Okay. Now you can see here name. What is the value here? This is like English alphabets, A, B, C, D, and all those things. So whenever in a column, if you have this kind of English alphabets, then what you have to do? You have to write varchar 50. Again, you'll be thinking that, Tanvir, what is this varchar? Why you have written 50? So please ignore all these things. We will discuss all these things. Okay. We'll discuss all the system. Okay. Salary. Tell me for salary what you should give. INT or varchar 50?
INT.
INT.
Because salary is number or integer, so we will give INT. Okay, for department, what you will give?
Varchar.
For department, we will give varchar 50. We'll discuss at a later point of time that what is varchar, why I have given 50, why I should not give 100, why I should not give 1. I know these all questions will be there in your mind. We will discuss on that. Okay. Okay, so now this is the syntax. Whenever you want to create a table like this, you have to create. How to run? At the end, you give the semicolon, then select it. Okay, select it and click on this run button. You can see this green color button is there. Just click on the run button. Now it will give you the output. Table created. So SQL engine is telling that, Tanvir, we have created the table, whatever you want. Okay, so here now I want to verify whether this table is created or not. So for that you have this command DESC. DESC means describe. So I am telling Hari, you have raised hand. Any concern do you have?
Tanvir, for date format, what we have to
I will
mention?
come to that date format. I will explain.
Okay.
Date, time, stamp, and everything I will teach you. Okay. You should ask question, everyone. Okay, no need to raise hand or chat directly. Don't think that, okay, I'm in flow, to stop me there. You can ask question. Make the session full interactive. Okay, so now I have created the
Is this the
table.
only way to create new columns? I mean, just like you've written create table employee, can I also write like create column employee designation?
No. You have to follow this format.
So in
Okay,
that case, if I am to add a new column down the lane, can I just go there and put a comma and then give employee designation?
Naveen has asked, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So Naveen has asked that, okay, Tanvir, you have created this employee table and you have employee ID, name and salary department. Naveen, just give me 1 minute. I will answer that. Exactly 1 minute. I will answer.
Sure.
So I have created this. One more thing I want to tell you. Many times what happen now. So suppose if I am taking a session, okay, and now we are in create and insert. Sometime what happen, you'll be having question from delete or truncate or some other topics. In that case, I will not be answering those topics. Okay. The reason is those who are freshers or those who non-technical background, they will get confused. That oh, Tanvir was teaching create insert. Directly he moved to college. What is this? Okay. So I prefer to follow this sequence. If you have any question related to this and that is very urgent, you have to attend an interview, you can stay in the same call once the meeting is over, or those who all are interested, they can stay in the call. You can ask question, or you can connect with me offline as well. Okay, but what happens in this session, if I will break this flow now, many of you will get confused. But the question, I mean, what you have asked, it is not out of this scope. I will answer that. Just give me 1 minute, okay? That's a general like way how I go proceed with the session. That's what I do. Okay. So I've created this table employee, and the SQL is telling that Tanvi table is created, but I want to cross check. I want to verify whether the table is created correctly or not. So for that, we have this command DESC. DESC means describe. So this is also a code word or reserved keyword. Okay. Because why reserved keyword? Because SQL engine has a special meaning for this. Okay, SQL engine will understand that, okay, a user wants to do something with that. Okay, these are known as reserved keyword. What are the reserved keywords? Reserved keywords are those keywords which SQL engine has a special meaning. They will understand that what I have to do. Those are known as reserved keyword. Okay. See, you have written create here. SQL engine understood that, oh, user is asking to create something. You're writing this DESC. SQL engine will automatically understand that, oh, user is asking me to describe this employee table. Okay. Now
I
give
have one
semicolon.
question.
Yeah, Kavita.
So for the reserved keyword, so SQL is storing in the form of Boolean. This.
Boolean you are telling.
Yeah.
No. Boolean is different. No, it is not storing in that form.
So in the backend also, like we get to know, like it is storing also create table, like in the backend, because in the programming language they understand the form of Booleans, right? And we understand the
Oh, you're talking
English.
about those
Yeah.
0 and 1 and all those things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That goes at a very granular level. Ultimately, whatever we write, that get translated in 0 and 1 only at the very end. Okay. But
So
before, yeah, Kavita. Tell me.
okay, we can go with that.
So now I will write DESC employee. So it means I'm asking SQL engine to show me this employee. I'm telling SQL engine that, okay, if you have created this table, now then show this to me. Okay, so that is the purpose of DESC table. Okay,
So
let me
it
run
is
this.
using a specific language, like in the backend there is specific language for SQL like to store this
Yeah.
result word.
Yeah, this
This-
DBMS database management system, they have the special meaning for each and every keyword. When I'm writing DSC, the engine inside this, okay, and they will understand the meaning of this. That intelligence has been given to this particular keyword internally.
Any specific language is like behind. So like
So that
Python or
is
something.
SQL only. SQL engine is
Okay.
working inside this. I will come to that parser and all those things, how it is working, the compiler part, everything we'll discuss on the line. Okay. So now we are not that much mature enough that we can discuss right now. Okay. So you see, I have executed this DESC employee, and you can see this also. Okay. So first of all, check table name is employee. Check the spelling. It is exactly same as this, right? Employee table we have. Okay. Now check the column. We have employee ID column here. So yes, it has created table with employee ID, name, salary, and department. So all the 4 columns are present here. Correct? Is this clear so far? Okay. Then
Yeah.
in the second column, you will see it is mentioned as null. So ignore this. What is null? We will discuss about this null part. Okay, ignore this for the time. You will be thinking, why is this blank and all this stuff we will discuss on the line about this. Okay. Third is type. Type is also known as data type. It is also known as data Right. We have separate class for this, we will discuss about this. Now, INT, you might be thinking that Tanvir in front of employee ID, it is mentioned as INT, but here it is showing as number. So please remember, INT or number, they both are equivalent. They both are equivalent. Okay. Varchar 50, but here it is varchar 250. I will tell you the reason why it is 2. Ignore it for the time being. INT number.
Can you zoom into the screen a little bit?
If I will zoom it further, no, the screen will become very small. Is it not visible to you
No,
guys?
no,
Is
this
it
is fine.
small?
This is fine. This is fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Hope you understood
There is
how to
one
create
small
a.
information. If we connect through mobile, it allows us to zoom
Ah,
as how much
correct.
we
I
can
think
zoom as much we want.
they have joined using mobile. That's why this problem is coming. That's correct, John. So try to log in using laptop if possible. The mobile, if I will,
No,
because I
Tanvir,
have.
I'm saying mobile allows to zoom as much we want.
Correct. Through mobile, they can zoom it and they can see. Yeah, fine. But I will suggest that in this session, try to connect through laptop if possible. But if you're traveling, it is fine. You can connect through mobile as well. In that case, you have to zoom in there. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is the syntax to create a table. And if you want to verify table is created or not, this is the syntax. You have a DESC and in the table name, it will show you the structure of the table. You can verify it here. Okay. And these are the reserved keyword create, DSC, table. These are the reserved keywords. Reserved keywords are those keywords which SQL engine has a special meaning. They will understand that, oh, what I have to do here. It has been coded in such a way, they will understand it. Any questions so far? Anyone, any questions so far? It's very simple. First of all, I'm showing you table creation part. Okay. Okay, so we have created a table. We have
I have a question,
verified.
Tanvir.
Yeah, Shanta.
Sorry to interrupt. What if I'll like put the table name something different? Let's say salary employee. Like so, if we can mention as a salary employee. I mean, in a syntax only. If we want to change the the column name. If we want to change the column name, then what will be the syntax for this? I mean, if I want to change the name of this type.
So first of all, when you are creating a table, you have all the freedom that you can create a table with any name. I have created this table with the name employee. Okay, suppose I want to create a table with the name Tanvir. Okay, and suppose I want to give ID only. Okay, let me, okay, right? I'm creating a table with the name Tanvir. Check it. Table is created. If you want to
Right.
check, describe Tanvir. It is showing me the structure. So you can create a table with any name. There is no restriction on this. And these are known as user defined keywords. User defined keywords. So table name, you can keep any name, whatever you want. Okay. But there is only one condition. This table name should not be same as the reserved keywords. This keywords you should not use. Suppose if you want to create a table, the name create. Okay, I'm trying to create a table with the name create. So this is not allowed. You should not touch the reserved keywords to create a table name or the column name as well. Column name here, you can write any name, whatever you want. I have written employee ID, or you can write ID, you can write roll number, whatever you want. So these all are known as user defined keywords. So here, one minute, let me complete. So here employee is a user defined keyword. Employee ID is the user defined keyword. Name is the user defined keyword. Salary is the user defined keyword. Department is the user defined keywords because this is the table name and these are the column names. So table names or column names, you can keep any name, whatever you want. There is no restriction. But the only condition is you should not use this reserved keywords. Okay. Any, yeah, someone was asking question.
Yeah. This is Prasad, Tanvir.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So, Tanvir, how do we know what are the reserved keywords here? Like
That
user,
yeah. That
user
you see
it's
this
yeah.
these keywords you are saying, no, these all are the reserved keywords. That down the line with the experience and once you will mature, no, you will understand it. Okay, these all are reserved keywords. We'll look into this. Okay. Fine.
Okay, here user itself is a reserved keyword, right?
This user. No.
Not,
I'm telling
okay.
this, these are known as user-defined keywords. These are user-defined. Don't go with the color that if it is pink color, this is a reserved keyword.
Yeah.
No, that is not the case here. Okay. The keywords, the name which you are giving for the table name, for the column name, those are known as user-defined keyword. And this create, which SQL has a special meaning, it is known as reserved keyword because they have something coded inside that. SQL and understand that what I have to do. Okay, those are known as reserved keywords. Is that clear? Any question, anyone?
No.
Okay.
Tanvir, I have one question. Yes, like for in Oracle, we use DESC to show the table structure,
SQL
right?
Server, you will use show
Yeah.
command, SHOW. That is your question, right?
Yeah. Actually, I've
Show
done
you have
it,
to.
but I have done it, but it is showing could not find stored procedure show. It giving
Okay.
error.
We'll connect. Both. I know what the mistake you are doing. We'll connect on that. I will show. I will give you the
Okay.
syntax for that. Okay.
Okay.
Or one more technique is okay. One more technique I will tell you because again you will get confused. So any question, guys, so far? Then I think Naveen has asked, yeah, that Tanvir, I want to add one more. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So this table we have created employee and these are the columns. Okay. Then I think Naveen has asked that. Okay, Tanvir, here you have employee ID, name, salary, and department column, right? Only 4 columns are there. But suppose after creating this table, I thought that okay, I should add a new column, location as well. Okay. Suppose the question is, I thought that okay, we should have a new column, location as well in this table. So how to add it? So for this, if you think that, okay, in the same table, I will write here, comma, location, varchar 50. So this will not work. Once the table you have created, so in the same query, if you think that if I will add a column and this new column will be added, no, this is not the syntax. For that, what you have to do, for that, you have a keyword which is known as alter. Okay, we will discuss about this. Using alter keyword, you can add a new column into this table. Okay, hope I answered your question.
Yes, please. Thank you.
We will discuss the syntax of alter, how it can be done and all this stuff. But in the same syntax, if you are thinking that, okay, I want to add a new column location, I will just write here location and I will run this query again. It will be created. No, that's not the way. You have to use a new keyword that is alter. We will discuss the syntax of this down the line. But yes, that is possible. If you're thinking that, okay, this employee table, I want to change the table name, is that allowed? So yes, we can change that as well. For that, again, you have to use this alter keyword. Okay, any questions so far?
Yes, I have one more. Can we give an alias to the name that is given?
Alias, I'm not teaching now. When I come to alias, I will explain that. But yes, you can give alias to table name as well. You can give alias to column name as well. Okay. Any other question?
Yes, in real time we have many columns, right? Do we need to write it manually, or is there any other way like?
When you have 50, 60 columns, 100 columns, so this is the technique. But in that, what you can do, you copy all the columns, keep it in a notepad, and just give comma at the end and just paste it here. Okay, that you can do.
Okay.
You have to use Excel shortcuts and you can solve that. Okay, but this is the way. And don't think that this create syntax is over. No, here we have many other things. We will see that how to add constant here. We will see how to add primary key here, how to add check constants here. So don't think that this create syntax is over. No, I'm just going with a very in layman terms. So that's what I'm showing you. First of all, the simple things. Then we will slowly complicate it. Okay. Any other question?
We cannot remove the row. We cannot remove the column from the our table.
Yeah, we can remove as well. Suppose down the line you thought that okay, department is not required, you want to delete it. We can drop this column as well using alter
For
command.
that, we will use this command.
Alter command we have to use. See, once the table is created, after that you want to add a new column. Yes, that is possible. If you want to delete an existing column, that is also possible. If you want to change the table name, that is also possible. We'll discuss all these things on the line. And that all thing is possible using this alter command. That I will not teach now. We'll discuss this down the line. Okay. Any other question? Okay, fine. Let me proceed with the session now. Now table you have created. You have created your house. You have constructed your house. What next? What you will do after that?
Values.
Right. Once you have constructed your house, after that you will stay here, stay there, right? Or you will rent it. So similarly, table we have created. The next thing is to insert data. This data, no, we want to insert in that table. Okay. So let's see how to insert data in this table. These are the data I want to insert in the table. So when you want to insert data in the table, first of all, you have to write insert. Okay, into. Where you want to insert this data, which table, what is the name of the table?
Employee.
Employee. So you have to write the table name where you want to insert data. So I want to insert data into the employee table. So that is what I have to write here, insert into employee. So I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL, I want to insert this. I want to insert data into this employee table. Okay. Then SQL will ask me that Tanveer, what values you want to pass. So he's asking, tell me the values what you want to enter. So these values I want to enter, right? So I will copy this, I will paste it here. Okay. But one thing you have to be careful, you have to give comma after each and every data. These all are data. One is the data, Akash is the data, 100 is the data, and take is the data. Okay. So this is the format you have to use in order to insert data in a table. One more thing you have to take care here, the data which is in alphabets, like A, B, C, D something, you have to keep that in quotes. Okay, we have to keep that in quotes.
In Power BI, at times some.
1 minute. So, sorry, 1 minute. Let me complete this. I will give you the bandwidth. You can ask question. The 1 minute. Let me complete this. So this is the format you can use to insert data in a table. Insert into table name, values, and the data whatever you want. Just write it. The only one thing important is the data which is in alphabets, A, B, C, D, or something like that. You have to keep that within quotes. You see Akash, I have kept within quotes. Tech, I have kept within quotes. But numbers, no need to keep it within quotes. Okay. So now let me run this. To run, select it and click on the run button. So SQL is telling that one row inserted. SQL is telling that Tanveer, I have inserted this recorder row. Okay. Now, if you want to cross verify, if you want to check whether this is inserted or not. So for that, the syntax is select star from employee. So this code you have to use if you want to check whether data is inserted or not. Let me execute this. Now see data is there, 1, Akash, 100 and tech. The data is inserted now, right? So we have successfully inserted this particular record in this employee table. And if you want to check data is there or not, so you have to use this select. Select means you want something. You are telling SQL engine that show me, display me, I want some data. The star means you are telling I want all the data. From means from where, I want from this table. So it has displayed you entire. Now yes, please ask question if you have it.
Yes, please. I have one. You just told that uh, in the table employee for the first record, one Akash, 100 and tech are data, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So in a from a BI environment, in a BI ecology, there is something called as data points, and in Excel that is Excel. Sorry, it's a cell. So are all these one and the same? I mean, a
Yeah.
data point or a data and a cell.
Yeah, cell what you are telling, no? It represents to data here. One is a data, cash is a data, 100 is a data, tech is a data, and in this entire will become a record.
Record, yes.
This is a record and this is a row. Okay.
So is it same like a few data points make a record in a BI tool?
Yeah. That is what this is a record.
Yeah, thank you.
And there you're referring the data point. Okay. Okay. Any other question?
So
Hello.
if you need to, hello.
Yeah, Arbaz, you please go ahead.
Yeah, I was asking that if we need to insert another column, so we need to put that in the same parenthesis or some other parent, like another.
I will explain that part. After this, I will explain that part.
I have one
Is this
question.
any question? Yeah.
Yeah, Tanvir.
In MySQL, we
Hello.
used to write
Yeah,
column
tell me.
names also.
Yeah, tell me. Please go ahead. Who was asking? Mohammed Adil, yeah, go ahead. You're asking something.
In MySQL, we used to write column names also in the insert.
That as well, I will show you. That as well, I will show you. There are many ways to insert. I will show you all the other ways as well. This is a simple one I'm showing you right now. Yeah,
Tanvir,
Subodh.
I have a doubt. You have added the records here as one Akash, 100 and tech. Suppose I don't want to insert 100 there. How will SQL understand that I have?
I
I
will
don't
explain
want
that. We'll discuss that. Yeah, that is the next topic. Any other question on this? No. Okay. So this is the simplest way I have shown how to insert data in a table. I will answer all your questions, whatever you have asked. Okay, but is this clear to everyone that how it is working? Many other things are there. How to remove a column? If I will remove this, what will happen? I want to mention the column name. What will happen? I want to insert only employee ID. I don't want to insert name, salary, department. How we can do that? Everything we will discuss. But is this clear? Especially those are from non-technical background, those are freshers, you have to be careful here. Try to understand each and everything. If you're getting stuck, you should ask a question. Hope it is clear. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Similarly, if you want to insert the data, suppose now I want to insert this to Abdul 130 cells. So what I will do, I will write here 2, I will write here Abdul, I will write here, then what is that, 130, and I will write here cells. This is the simplest way to insert data in a table. Okay. So once I've written this, just select it, click on the run button. SQL is telling one row is inserted. I want to check, I want to cross verify whether it is inserted or not. So this is the query I have to use. Select a star from employee. I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL, I want some data. Select means I want some data. From where? From this employee table. Let me run it and verify. Verify is the data inserted correctly. Okay. You have to Abdul 130 cells. Fine. Hope it is clear.
Yeah,
Now you
I
want
have a one question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Actually, when you inserted the second record, why it's inserted below first?
That is totally random. That is totally random. And that is based on the row ID concept and order by concept. We will discuss all these things down the line. You see in our agenda, we have that.
Okay, thank you.
Or do you see order by there? No? There I will tell you how you can control it. Then I think you'll be having a row ID here. There is a row ID here. Then we have row ID.
Okay.
So we will look into all this stuff. But valid concern, why it is coming after that. We will discuss all these things. Okay. Okay, so this is the technique you can insert data. Okay, now next to it, there is one more way to insert data. Insert into employee, and then I will write here employee ID. I will write your name. I will write
Hello,
your
Tanvi.
salary. I will write your department, and then these are the values. I think someone is asking question.
Yeah, it was me, Arbaz. Sorry to
Arbaz.
interrupt. There was a background noise coming while you were speaking.
Background noise is there. Okay.
While you're speaking at that time only it's coming.
So background noise is there. Is it for everyone?
No, not really.
For
Yes.
others?
It's clear, Tanvir.
Yes. I'm not
No,
sure. I know maybe like
it's clear, Tanvir.
sometime you might hear some noise might be there, but it's not a regular noise. Maybe you can check your headset. Okay. I'm not sure where the
Okay,
issue is, but
I'll
others
do.
there is fine. Okay. Okay. So this is another way to insert data in a table. Okay. This is the another flavor I'm showing you how to insert data in a table. Let me run this first of all. I'm running it. One row inserted. If you want to verify, you have to run this query. Select a star from employee. I'm running this. Now check data is inserted or not. Free
Sorry to
Ramesh
interrupt you,
120.
Tanvir.
Yeah, Chetan.
Yeah, there is some noise coming while you are speaking.
It's kind
I
of
think
drum
there
type,
is
like
something, yeah,
vibration
there
type.
is something
Yeah.
wrong with your mic, I guess.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me know how is it now. Is it still
Yeah.
the noise is there?
No,
This
no,
is
it's perfectly
fine,
fine.
It's fine.
better.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, yeah. So then I have inserted this record 3 Ramesh 120 HR. You can see that 3 Ramesh 120 HR is inserted in this table. But here, if you will see, I have inserted in some different manner, in some different fashion, right? Here I have mentioned the column name as well. Here I am telling to SQL engine that SQL, I want to insert data in this employee table and in this columns, employee ID, name, salary, department, and these are the values. Is it clear? Any question?
Yeah. Can we refill Arbaz over here? It will change the sequence of the values.
I will
Like
come to that.
instead
I will
of
explain that part. Yes, yes, yes. I
okay.
will explain that part as well. I will shuffle this and I will show you that. Okay. But is
Oh,
this clear? This is again another
yes.
flavor how you can insert data in a table. Okay.
Yeah.
Now tell me which one you will prefer. Line number 20 you will prefer or 21 you prefer? Which one is simple and easy?
21.
Line number 20.
20 only easy. For
20
time
seems to
being,
be
20. Yes, yes.
20 seems to be little bit simpler as compared to 21. So you might be thinking here that Tanvir in line number 21, why you are giving this additional effort, you are adding this column. In line number 20, I don't have to mention the column. So this is little bit hectic and tedious, right? I agree. But there is a benefit of this. I will tell you the benefit, what the benefit is. Okay. But this line number 21, which I am showing, this is also one of the technique to insert data in a table. You see, I know it's very beginning, so you're getting a lot of questions. What happen if I will do this? What happen if I will do that? Okay, so I will answer all those things. Okay, but I cannot jump to all the questions suddenly. Okay, so I know you will be getting confused. That's why I have a strict pattern. I have to go in from that pattern as well. Only okay. So this is another way we can insert data. Now you'll be thinking here that this is a little bit tedious. So what is the benefit of this? I will show you the benefit of it. Okay. Insert into employee. name, comma, sal. No. Sorry. 1 minute. Suppose what happened in this same employee table, there is a new employee, suppose Arbaz. Okay. Arbaz salary is 200 and he is working in some research department. Okay, he is a new employee. So maybe because of some reason, his employee ID is not generated. Sometimes it happens, no? When you are joining an organization, they will take some time to generate your employee ID. It happens sometimes. So the employee ID is not generated yet. Okay. So I thought that, okay, employee ID is not generated. So leave the employee ID and let's insert this data was 200 in research. Okay. So this was the responsibility. So I thought, okay, let me insert this data. So in the same query, I will write here Arbaz comma 200 comma. Okay, you understood the scenario, no? Arbaz is a new employee. Still, we don't have his employee ID. Maybe the team they are working, and after some time they will generate it. So I thought that, okay, as of now I don't have employee ID. So what all information I have? Let's insert this data. So I thought of inserting this Arbaz 200 in research. Okay. Is the scenario clear? First of all, what is the scenario? Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The scenario is Arbaz is a new employee. We don't have his employee ID as of now. Maybe it will be generated after some time. So the HR told me that Tanvir, okay, do one thing. So far we don't have the employee ID, no. So what all information you have, just load that into the database. Okay. I thought, okay, fine. I've used this query. I know that this is the syntax. I have used this syntax and I'm trying to execute this query to load this data. Okay. I'm clicking on run button. Oh, SQL is throwing error message, not enough values. Okay. So some error messages. So I was a bit confused that, oh, why it is throwing error message? So can you guys think and tell me why this error message is popping up?
No
Because
employee
the
ID.
table contains
Four columns and we
so
only list 3 columns there.
columns.
Good. It is because in this employee table, how many columns you have?
4.
3.
4.
Four columns, right? Employee ID, name, salary, and department, right? You have 4 columns. So when you are inserting data in this employee table, SQL engine is expecting that you will be passing 4 data. Okay, you will be passing 4 data. But how many data you are passing here? Only 3. Arbaz is 1. This salary is 200 and this is research. So SQL engine is a bit confused that, okay, in this employee table, I have this 4 column, employee ID, name, salary, and department. But the user is providing only 3 values. So now he is thinking that I should, where should I accommodate Arbaz 200 research? Where should I keep employee ID? So there's a mismatch, right? That is why it is telling that not enough values, we will not accept this data. Is that clear?
Yes. Tanvir, hello.
Yeah.
Tanvir, what if the column were in this sequence, like firstly name
That I will
and
come.
then salary?
Next, I will explain after that. After this, I will explain.
Okay.
So, hope it is clear. If you are giving less number of column, it will not accept. It will throw error message. Is this clear? Any question, any doubt on this? On this only.
No.
It's clear to everyone, right? Okay. But
Yes.
I told to HR that, sir, this is the problem. It is not accepting. So HR told that, Tanvir, I am not technical person. You are technical person. You think that how to insert this data. Okay. If you don't have employee ID, how you will insert? You have to think some way. Okay. Then for that, the solution is here you have to mention the columns for which you want to insert data. So now I will use this query. Now see here in this query, I am writing name, salary, and department. How many columns I have mentioned here? Only 3 columns: name, salary, and department. Okay, because I have only this 3 value as of now. I have name, Arbaz, salary is 200, and department is research. So now I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL, I want to insert data only in this name, salary and department. Okay. So now let me run this query. Now say it has accepted. Okay. If you want to verify, you run this query, select a star from employee and check the output. Please verify the output. Arbaz is there. Employee ID we have not passed, so it has kept it as a null. Is that clear? So now you understood the benefit of this technique or this way of inserting data.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Any
Once
question?
we got the employee ID, we will insert right again after.
Yeah. So once we have got the employee ID, then you can add. Suppose there was employee ID is 4, then we will add insert this 4 here. But for that, there is again separate technique. Update keyword is there. I will teach you
Okay.
down the line. Okay, but
Okay,
yes,
okay.
we can add it. Don't think that okay, it will be null forever. We can add one once we get the value employee ID of Arbaz, we will add it here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other question here so far?
Yeah, hi, Billy. I have one
yeah.
question. If you don't specify the column name here, and if you pass null in the employee ID, it will take.
It will take. No. That column, you are telling you are not mentioning column name here.
Yeah. If you don't mention the column name,
Throw error.
and if you pass null value
Will
in
throw
the
error.
employee ID.
Let me show that to you. Suppose take the example of Alok 90 cells. Okay. No. Take some other example. Suppose now I'm taking your example. So Kavita is there. Suppose salary is 150 and maybe she is from HR department. Okay. And again, same thing. I don't have the employee ID of Kavita. Okay. Kavita 150 HR. I want to insert this. So I will write here. 150. And this is HR. Okay. And suppose I thought that, okay, for Kavita, I don't have any value. So I will mark it as null. So you will be thinking, what is this null? I will explain this. What is null? What is 0? What is blank? What is the difference? So for the time being, those who are very new to this, I know a few of you who already know. So you will be knowing what is null. But those who are very new, who don't know anything about SQL. So null means suppose it is that when you don't have any value, we provide null. Okay. And for the time being, you consider it. Okay. I will explain you in detail about what is null when we have to insert null in all the systems. Okay. So Kavita told that, okay, Tanvir, you don't have the employee ID of Kavita. So do one thing, you mark it null here and you run this query. So over to you guys. Can you think and tell me if I will execute this query, what will happen? Any idea?
Error will come.
Error will get error.
Okay, why it will throw error? Any reason?
Will it continue to give an error even after naming? I mean, in the first column, the first column is not named inside employee. I mean, you have given only name, salary, department. So there, maybe if we can tweak it, probably it will work.
Okay. I will fine. Yeah, this will throw error message. But the straight answer is here. How many columns you have?
You're giving three columns, but you're giving 4 values.
Good. Here you are telling to SQL engine that SQL in this employee table, just insert data in these 3 columns. But how many values you are passing here? 4 values.
Four
Four
values.
data. Null is 1 data. Kavita is another data. 150 is another data. HR is another data. So SQL will get confused or not? Tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the poor SQL will get confused that what Tanvir is doing here. Here he has mentioned that I want to insert data in 3 columns, but here he is passing 4 values. So he is confused. So that is why it will throw error message. Let me run this. Some error message is there, right? And one thing, don't correlate with the error message. The messages will be very different. Those who are working on Python, you will see the error message will be very different. So don't correlate with the error message. Just see that, okay, some error message is there. It means I have done some mistake. Is that clear? Kavita, hope I answered your question.
Yeah, Tanvir, if we remove the column name What will happen?
We remove the column name. Which column name you want to remove?
Everything like name, salary, department. Just need to give the values only.
So this is your case in that way.
Yeah, if we pass null instead of 2, I'm saying.
Pass null. Okay, 1 minute. I think you are asking about this case that I don't want to give this column. Is this
yeah.
what you're telling?
Yeah.
Okay, so for this, you guys think and tell me what will happen.
It
Over
will
to you.
run. It will. I mean,
It will show the
Take.
It will run. Why it will run? Why it will be?
It will not run.
It will
Why
not
it will
accept
columns in
because
Because column
employee
is
code is
integer.
an integer.
Integer,
Employee code
and
is
it
an
is a
integer,
null.
and we are giving text.
It will take it as the values because we're not because the column names do not have any constraint right now, so it will take all the values.
Okay, good discussion. See, I have not discussed anything about data type, integer, and all this stuff. Just tell me one thing. What all I have taught so far? In this
I think it will
employee
execute properly.
Okay. In this employee table, how many columns you have?
4.
4. How many values I am passing here?
4.
4. That's all. The story over. You have 4 guests. You have 4 chairs. There will be any confusion? No confusion. Row is inserted. Got it? If you want to verify this, you can check it here. See, you have null Kavita 150 HR. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Any confusion? Anyone? No? Okay. Now, now the next is, okay, before I proceed further, now I will complicate it little bit, don't worry. But before that, this line number 21 till 26, any question? Only in here, whatever I have taught. Okay. Any question? You understood
If
in line
you
number
give
21,
multiple
26?
nulls, it will take in the value section.
To give multiple nulls, it will take or not? That is the question, right? Okay. Let me give all the values as null. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, same question I will ask. How many columns you have in this employee table?
4.
How many values you are passing?
4.
Is there any confusion?
No.
4 guests, 4 chair, no problem. Let me run this. 1 row inserted. Please verify it. Select a star from employee. Data is inserted.
Then it means it will accept null.
Sorry, what you told Madhu? It means?
No, it means it will accept null value.
It is accepting. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. Any other question? Line number 21 till 27.
Tanvir Hari, instead of null, we can mention this comma or single quote. It will accept.
It will accept that as well. You can try
Okay.
it. Okay. I am not initiating much discussion on null because I have not discussed that now. Okay, so maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I will tell you what is null and all this stuff. Okay. Any questions? So here I'm just concentrating on how to insert data in a table. What are the different ways where it will throw error message? You see, the very simple concept is very simple. This is the simplest way to insert data, write the employee and what all values you have. Here you have to be careful. If in the table you have 4 columns, you have to pass 4 values. If you're passing only 3 values, what will happen? Suppose I'm passing this value. Suppose this is Tanveer, this is Hari, and I miss this salary. What will happen in this case?
It will show an error.
It gives
Why?
Throw error.
4
Why?
columns and 3 record.
4 columns, 3 values. Clear? Crystal clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One point is clear. Now, this is another flavor. Here, the benefit is if you're writing 4 columns, you have to pass 4 values. If you want to enter data in 3 columns, you write here 3 values. You can customize it as per your need. Is that clear? But if you are mentioning 3 columns and you're passing 4 values, again, this will throw error message. Is that clear now?
Yeah.
Can we?
Yes.
Yeah.
What if we only need to insert name and department? So we'll just skip the salary part from the column side, like name,
Yes.
department, and then it will work.
Yes,
No?
you just write insert into employee name, comma, department, values, your name and department. That's all.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hi Tanvir, while doing as per the column wise, do we have to follow an order, or we instead of
I will
name and
come to that
salary, can we
order.
write?
I will come
Can
to
we
that
write
order.
salary and name?
I will come to that order part after this. That is what I'm starting after this. Okay, so hope it is clear so far. Yeah.
Sorry, one more doubt. See, we have declared name as a character,
Okay.
data type as character. And if we insert numbers into that field, will it accept?
That I will discuss after this.
Okay.
Any other question?
Tanvir, what if
okay,
I
yeah,
want to add 4 records in a
for
single
record.
query?
Okay, good question. Yeah. Question is, Tanvir, here you are inserting one record and then you are inserting another record. I want to insert all this record in one go. So the one technique is you write similar query 5 times and you run all the query in one. Give me 1 minute, Prashant. I will come to that part. Okay. I will explain you that. Okay. But before that, I want to explain few more concepts here. Suppose I want to insert a new employee. I want to insert a new employee and his ID is 5618 and his name is suppose Hari. Salary is 160 rupees and he is working in sales department and location is Chennai. Okay. So I thought that, okay, let's add location as well this time. Okay. So I thought of adding location as well. Okay. So I'll write here. ID is 8. Name is Hari. Sorry. Name is Hari. The 160. And this is sales. Tab here. Chennai. Okay. Now you guys tell me, if I will run this query, what will happen?
It will
Think
give
carefully
error.
and then answer.
It will give error because we have not mentioned the location in our table.
Too many values.
In your employee table, how many columns you have? 4. How many values we are passing here?
5.
SQL will get confused or not?
Yes.
Yes. So whenever SQL will get confused, we will throw error message. Error message? Clear? So what we understood, we have to pass the exactly same number of values as we have the same number of columns. Hope it is clear. Not lesser than that, not more than that. Here I have passed 3 values, it was throwing error message. Here I have passed 5 values, even then it is throwing error message. Especially to freshers, you can get this kind of interview questions. So you should make a note of it, okay? Now, next is, okay. Then I thought that, okay, let's remove this Chennai. I understood that, okay, it is throwing error message because we don't have the Chennai column. I removed it. Okay, I removed it. But what happened? Oh, by mistake, what happened? By mistake, what happened? 1 minute. Okay. So now tell me in this case, if I will run this query, what will happen?
No, it will not work because the data types are different.
Okay. Okay. Let me run it.
It will accept.
Okay. It is throwing some error message. Please ignore this message. Don't read this message. Just think that, okay, there is some error. Okay. Now here we are confused that why it is throwing error message. In this employee table, I have 4 columns. I have passed 4 values. Hari is one value, 8 is another value, 160 is another value, sales is another value. In employee, I have 4 columns and I have passed 4 values. Even then, why it is throwing error message? That is the question. Okay. And listen to this very carefully. You have column here in this table, employee ID, you have column name, you have column salary, you have column department, right? We have this 4 columns in this employee table, right? Okay. What is the data type of employee ID? INT I have mentioned there. Remember, guys?
Yeah.
For name, what I have mentioned?
Varchar.
Varchar 50. Okay, I mentioned varchar 50. Good. For salary, what I have mentioned? Integer. Department, what I mentioned? Varchar 50. Right? Okay, now try to understand it. Here, what happened when you are trying to insert this value in the employee table? So actual sequence of column is, first of all, you have employee ID, then you have name, then you have salary, then you have department, right? If you see this structure, first you have inserted employee ID, then you have name, then you have salary, and then you have department, right? So this is the sequence. So what happened when you are trying to insert this query, your SQL engine will think this data in this sequence only. Okay. He will understand that, okay, this Hari value is for employee ID. Okay, Hari is for employee ID. Name is for 8. Salary is for 160. Department is for sales. It will take in that particular sequence only what you have mentioned here. Is it clear? Okay. It will assume Hari as employee ID. It will assume name as 8. It will assume salary as 160 and department as sales. Okay. Now the problem is employee ID. What is the data type? Integer, INT, right? But what you are passing here? Hari. So SQL will get confused here that while creating this table, Tanvir has mentioned that employee ID will be integer, correct? But then why he is passing these alphabets, right? It's a mismatch. SQL will get confused. And because of that confusion, it will throw that error message, just throwing some error message. So you have to be very careful. If while creating table, you have mentioned employee ID as integer, so you have to pass integer only. Is that clear now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now you understood, no, the sequence is very important. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the same query, I will change it. Now I will keep 8 here. And I will keep Hari here. Now, do you think it will work?
Yes, it will work.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So for this case, what is employee ID?
8.
8. What is the name?
Hari.
Hari. Salary?
160.
160.
Department is sales. So everything is matching with the data type. So now I'm running it and please verify the output. One row is inserted, right? If you want to cross check, run this query. Select a star from employee. Got this 8 Hari 160 sales, it is inserted. So now tell me, sequence matters or not?
Yes, it matters.
Sequence matters, right? That is very important. Now, one more case I will show you.
Tanvir, I have one
No,
question.
one minute.
Okay.
Sorry. I have to explain one more scenario, then I will come to the question part. Suppose now I want to insert 9 and I will take Arun. Arun is there, salary is 120 and he is from HR department. Okay, I have to insert this record now. So the next record is 9 Arun 120 HR. Now listen very carefully. Okay. In this case, what happened? I have written here 9. Okay. And I have kept here 120. 15. Now, do you think this sequence is correct? Just I'm asking the sequence correct or not? Yes or no?
No.
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 Sequence is not correct. You all agree, right? Okay. What will happen if I will run this query?
An error.
No, it will not show any error because second, third are string only.
It gives error because in the
Yeah, it will
third
give an error.
It will throw an error.
Error.
Error because
Okay.
third column is integer.
Okay. Employee ID. What is the data type? Integer. What I have passed here? Integer. Is it fine? Right?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Here it is name. I want alphabets. I have given number. This is not accepted, right? Okay.
Yes.
Third is salary. Salary is integer. I have given alphabets. Will it agree? Will it accept it? Oh,
No.
No.
that is what I thought right now. No, it is integer. You are passing alphabet. It will not accept it, right? Okay, I'm
Yes.
running it. It is throwing error message. Clear? Got it?
Mr. One question. That 120 is in like inverted it's with quotes, right? So it does it
Okay.
consider that as a string then, or
Okay, I removed that.
okay,
Okay.
or now it
let
will
me
not
run
run. Yeah,
it. Still, it is throwing error message.
yeah, it's showing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the concept is you have to be very careful with the data type. Okay, now suppose what happened here. Now listen very carefully. Suppose what happened here. I have given this name, salary 120. Okay, I forgot to add that name Arun, and by mistake I given 120 twice. Okay, now if I will run this, I'm running it now. Let's check. Oh, the record is inserted. Okay, let me check the output. 9 120 120 cells is inserted. Now listen very carefully. I know you'll be having doubt here, you'll have a lot of question here, but first of all let me explain this. Employee ID, what is the data type?
Integer.
What I am passing here?
Integer.
Integer. Yeah.
So this is fine. Okay, this is accepted. Okay, next column, name. What is the data type?
Varchar.
What I am passing here?
Integer.
Integer.
Has it accepted it?
Yes.
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 Right. So this is the twist. Listen very carefully. This is the twist. If the data type is integer, it will accept only integers or numbers. Clear? If the data type is varchar 50, 60, 100, whatever it may be. Okay. I will tell you the significance of this 50 and all those stuff. So ignore that for the time being. It can accept alphabets, integers. I'm not going into that string and all those things because I know many of you are fresher. You will get confused if I will speak a string, if I will speak alphanumeric and all those stuff. So I'm keeping very simple for the time. Numbers. So what we understood, if a column has varchar 50 data type, it can accept alphabets, integers, numbers, whatever you have, you pass it, it will accept it. But in integer, you have to be very careful. It will accept only numbers or integers. Is that clear? Any questions? So that is
Yes,
why
I'm having
this
one
name,
question.
1 minute. That is why this name column was varchar. I have passed a number. Even then it has accepted it. Right? Yeah, someone was asking question.
Yeah, it's me. I was asking
yeah.
that you inserted Hari and this 120 after the null value. So why it's coming before all the null values, before
No,
all the
ignore
true
that.
values?
Sequence I told, no, ignore the sequence. Don't go with the sequence. Why this is coming
Okay.
before that? You ignore that. That I will explain when I will teach you order by and row ID. That will come, we'll discuss down the line. Don't go with the sequence now.
Can we repeat the same employee ID? Like again, if we insert employee record with 9, what will happen?
It will accept it, but for that, when I will teach you primary key constant, then I will show you that it will not accept. But right now, if I will insert one more record with 9, it will accept it.
Okay.
Let me show that.
So suppose
one minute, let me show this. Suppose 9 is there. Suppose the name is Tanvir. Some value is there. You see again, I'm inserting employee ID 9. This is what you asked, right?
yes.
Okay, employee ID 9 is there. So I will show. Let me show the data. See, it is inserted. Okay. If your question is that Tanvir, I don't want duplicate employee ID, that is not allowed in any organization. You will see that employee don't have duplicate employee ID. I want to do that constraint, that rule I want to implement. That we will discuss maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Next question.
So suppose in the name column, in the whole column, suppose 120, 130, 140, this type of values are inserted just like as a varchar data type. So we perform some operation on that column. Suppose according to my understanding, I think what type of actually I want to know which type of data is to be stored in that column. Suppose it is act like as a string or a number.
I don't want to touch that string part, but others, you please this conversation. But to quickly answer your question, I think Gaurav has asked. So
yes,
to
sir.
quickly answer your question, Gaurav, you are correct. It will be stored as a string, and you cannot use this for calculation. For that, you have to change this. You have to use 2_char, or you have to cast it. Then you can use it for the calculation, which we'll discuss down the line.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Any other question?
Will it store alphanumeric also or special
Yes,
character?
yes. Let me show that. Good question. Suppose I have employee ID 10, and suppose the name is Gaurav, and I want to store like this. Suppose something. You can see a special character A I have used. Okay, and I want to store like this. Is inserted. Okay. If you want to cross check, you verify it. They accepted it. That was your question, right?
Yeah. And it will also take alphanumeric also, like if you pass
okay.
character.
Let me show that as well. Let me show that as well. Actually, I'm not discussing about data type now. That is a different topic. But you guys are asking, that's why I'm answering this. We'll discuss separately about it. So now this thing. Suppose I have 1 to 1 Kavita, something like that. Okay. I'm inserting this record. This is what you are telling, alphanumeric, right?
Yeah.
Kavita. Okay, so the record is inserted. If you want to cross verify, select a star from employee. Let's see, 1 to 1 Kavita is inserted, alphanumeric capsule. So
and if you
where
don't pass, if you don't pass single quotes, then it will also take.
No. Single quotes is mandatory. If you will not give within quotes, it will throw error message. Let me show you that as well. Suppose the ID is 12, and I will write some new record 3, 4, 5, 6, something like Rakesh. Okay, and I will remove the quotes here. This is what you are telling me, right? To remove the quotes. This will throw error message. It will not accept. Varchar has to be within quotes. If there is comma is missing, that is mandatory. The columns which are varchar, you have to write within quotes. That is mandatory. Yeah. Hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, even it's like a integer or varchar, like
sorry.
Tanvir.
Sorry, Shantanu. Sorry. Look,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
it's 8:30. Those who wants to drop, you can drop. I will not be explaining any new concept today. I will be sharing assignment today. Around 10, we will share the assignment and the recordings, everything with you guys. Okay, and today's recording will be again public. Okay, we'll share the link with you. We'll share the channel with you, and you just have to click on that, and you can go to the recording. There's all codes what I have written here. We'll share this as well. We'll share the assignment today, and then we will connect tomorrow. Those who have questions, they can stay on the call. Those who want to leave, you can talk. Yes, yeah. Shantanu, you were asking something.
Yeah, I was asking that if in case so you are telling about the like varchar, right? So varchar we can put the alphanumeric.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so my question is that like what if if we don't put that I mean like a kavita only in a varchar, so what will happen?
That's what I've shown here. I have not kept the quotes. It will throw error message. That is what I mentioned here. No?
Okay, so
this is
in a
not
text
within
also,
quotes.
in a text also, like I have to put in the like a comma, right? I mean in a text value also.
See, varchar, if something is varchar, okay, and you are passing text here or anything, you have to keep that within quotes. I think you are asking that, okay, if it is only this, right?
Yeah.
It will throw error message. That is varchar. You are not passing quotes. It will throw error message.
Okay.
The error message is there.
Got it.
Any other question?
Yeah, actually in line number 47, I think it executed properly.
Because this is number I have passed. You are correct. Good analysis, Sujit. This is varchar, but I have passed number. This is integer. It will accept it. Okay, but if you have alphabets, alphanumeric, you have to keep that within quotes.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Any other question?
So salary we declared as it is a integer, and if I input any alphabets without quotes, will it accept?
No. At any cost, it will not accept. Integer at any cost, it will not accept alphabets. You can try it. Okay, take it as a homework. You can try that. Integer at any cost, it will not accept alphabets or alphanumeric anything.
But we when we insert null, is null
null will be accepted. Null is not that. No, it's not reserved keyword. Null will be accepted because that is not considered as alphabet. Null I will discuss tomorrow. Okay, I don't want to discuss about null now. That's a different topic of discussion. John will discuss that null maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I will discuss about null. Okay.
And
but better tomorrow I will initiate the talk about null because a lot of questions are there from null. Tomorrow I will start the session with null only. Yeah. Next question.
So to view the output, I mean to view the table, we are using this select from employee, right?
Yes.
So what if we run describe employee?
Describe employee shows you the structure of table. You see, if I will run this describe employee, this will show you the structure of table. This is just the structure of table. It is showing what all columns you have, what all data type you have, but it is not showing you the data. Is the data visible here? No, it is not visible,
No.
right? Select
Right.
will give you the data. It will not give you the structure. You see, I'm running this selected start from here. You can see the data. Okay, that is the difference between describe and select. Okay, yeah. Any other question anymore?
Integer will also not accept the float decimal values, right?
Decimal, integer. Sorry, can you repeat, Kavita?
I'm saying we have passed salary as an integer, right? So if we suppose 120
it will not accept. It will not accept. It will not accept. It will maybe it will round it up. It will show that. For that you have to use that float, right? I will show you. Let's suppose if you have this 160.25, this is what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So one was inserted, but it will round it off with this. Let's select to start from employee.
But it will give 160.
160, correct.
But it would.
160. Okay. For that, you have to use float. I will teach you float, date, time, stamp, and all this stuff. Because we have participants from various background, those who are very new to SQL engine and all those things. So directly, if I will jump to all those concepts, because we have experimented with all this stuff in the last previous batches, and we have seen some strange reaction of the participants. So that is why we have customized this and will go in this particular fashion only. Okay. Okay. Any other question, anyone?
Can we in Postgres how we can check the structure like in this we run the command describe.
Give me some time. Tomorrow I will tell you that how to do all those things. How to ignore this command the very best way. I will tell you when I will install that macro, which is not there in this laptop. That was in some other laptop. I will show you the best way that how to check the structure. I think a lot of confusion is there on that. Either you work on Postgres, Microsoft SQL Server, Stack, or any other platform, you apply that technique. I've told yesterday as well, but that has created some confusion. So I will explain that tomorrow when I will install that Microsoft SQL Server. Okay.
Okay. And this create syntax is same for each and every server.
It's same, sir. It's same. Yeah. I'm not telling this is the only one. Here I have mentioned today as well. In this we have many other things as well. How to make a primary key, how to make a unique constraint, how to make mandatory constraint, how to add check constraints, and how to add composite key, many other things. And we will discussing once we mature with the session. We will discuss all these things. Okay. Let me show you this. Yeah. See here. This is my notebook. Where you can see how to add primary key in this. We'll discuss how to add composite primary key. See here, composite primary key is there. And some other check constraints will be there. Okay. So all these things are there. We will discuss down the line. Okay. Fine then. Any other question, anyone?
Yeah.
Mic is not working. Mic is not working. I'm audible?
Yes.
You are audible.
You are audible.
Working. Okay. Someone message mic
Yeah.
is not working. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I was asking like when we are defining the order of like the column order and the values in the second way of inserting the values, like if you can just go below in that second, in that line number, suppose 25. Okay, if I mention like the first column name as name, then employee ID, then department and salary, and in the same way if I insert the values, then shall we take or like?
Correct, Srijit. It will take. I will explain this tomorrow. But to quickly answer your question, if you will shuffle the sequence here and you're shuffling the sequence in accordance with that, it will accept it.
Okay.
Okay. I will explain this tomorrow.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, no problem. Okay. Fine then, guys. Any other question anyone has? I know this is just the beginning of the session, so generally it happens in the first few classes. You're having a lot of questions because many things are new to you. That happens, not an issue. Okay. Fine then. We will connect tomorrow at the same time, and maybe I will share a new link. I will update in that group. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tanvir.